Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. That's right, for the very last time in 2021, we're going to talk about XRP, we're going to talk about what's been going on, and we kick off with something pretty big, right? Ripple's CTO says he optimized Bitcoin code in 2011. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about the possibilities, rumors, words that have been going around the fact that, what if Ripple's CTO was behind Bitcoin all along? And this is interesting, right? This is, how do we interpret this, right? Where do we go? So, future XRP creator modifies BTC code. In 2017, major XRP supporter Tiffany Hayden discovered on GitHub that David Schwartz was among the large group of developers who modified the BTC code. This just gets more and more and more intriguing. I did some work optimizing the code for mining pool applications in 2011. Why? When asked directly on Twitter about it now, Ripple CEO admitted that he had indeed optimized the Bitcoin code for mining pool applications back in 2011. He's on the list together with such BTC developers as Gavin Anderson and Peter Todd. Look, I've said my piece when it comes to this particular puzzle, this particular myth. I think he was behind it. I think all the way back, to 2008 and maybe even earlier, I think he's behind it. I do. That's just my opinion. But I think he had... I don't know if he is Satoshi, but I believe he was one of many people that were involved in making this happen. Well, what do you think, right? It's the end of the year. I want to know what you think about this particular topic. I mean, it's interesting that he worked on it in 2011. But what does it mean, right? What does it mean for 2022? And where do we go from here? Now, when you jump on Ripple.com's website, go on ripple.com/RippleNet to get a little bit more of an understanding about the financial network of the future. I did say that, I believe that by this time next year, there will be a new number one in the crypto space, and that will be XRP. So it will dethrone both Ethereum and Bitcoin, which I know you guys love when I say this, but let's wait 365 days. Let's come back, revisit this statement, and let's see where I'm at in 2022, 31st of December. Because with the on-demand liquidity, with everything that's coming, with legal clarity, and a Ripple IPO, I don't think you and I are ready for the type of year that Ripple is going to have. So don't shoot the messenger, because like I said, it is one person's opinion. It is my opinion and my opinion only. It's not financial advice. But my thoughts are that by this time next year, there will be a brand new number one in the crypto space, and it has 3 letters, XRP. Now, XRP attempts to climb past $1 for the second time this month. Will it? Won't it? Are we going to see a pump today? I don't think that we're going to reach $1 today. It is, relatively, I guess, how do you put it? It's positive. I mean, we're over with 3% up, but we still, need to retest the 90 cents and then go beyond that. So overall, we've had a drop throughout these last couple of days. I don't believe that's finished. As I've mentioned yesterday, I do believe that there is more down to come before we begin to go up. That's just my personal opinion. And, Cointelegraph and a couple of other experts, are putting their 2 cents in, doing a price analysis about where we're going, what is happening. And majority agree that there is a bit more blood to arrive before we finally see these breakthroughs, which, for some of these coins, we've been waiting a very, very long time. But 2021 was a very interesting year. But I believe 2022 will be the utility year. So finally, the projects that have strong fundamentals, great networks, proper blockchains, really, really good at what they do, they are finally going to shine compared to 2021, where all we saw was meme coins, weird new projects pump, things being pumped for hype, not for what they actually are, for what they're actually worth. So I believe next year is the utility year where the proper projects, the real ones, the ones that you and I have done our homework on, which in 2021 we've been scratching our head going, how? How is this not higher than what it is today? That will be the year. 2022 will be the year of the utility. And I think it's going to be really, really exciting. Now, the year in review, Forbes have published, a particular article on this, and it pretty much states what I've just mentioned just now, right? It was a very interesting year for crypto, a disruptive year, it's being more mainstream than ever, but I believe 2022 will be a very, 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 very important year for the entire industry, and more the industry will be adopted at a large scale. I like Dark Defender. I've always been a fan. He's saying that, we're staying above our 50% retracements level of 85 cents. And so supports are 85 cents, 65 cents, and 48 cents. And resistance is 96, $1.04, $1.42, $1.75. We will talk about that in a few moments as well. But well done to him because he does have a really, really cool channel. As we zoom out and look forward into 2022 and beyond, like I said, I know my statements, while we're still under $1, are extreme, but by this time next year, it's going to be a completely different story in the crypto space, and especially the way the crypto world looks at XRP. Now, while the SEC in America tries to inhibit the rise of XRP, the rest of the world is benefiting from its functionality, with on-demand liquidity transacting soaring, experiencing 25x growth in just 12 months. XRP will be in the multi-billion-dollar remittance world, and it will play a gigantic role in the world's new financial system. That's how big XRP is. And so your homework throughout this period is to do just that, right? Research as much as you can, learn as much as you can about it, and what is to come, because what is coming in 2022 for Ripple will be absolutely unbelievable. For now though, as we are approaching the end of the year, only a few hours away by the time this video goes live, for some of you in all other parts of the world, your final day of the year is just starting. But for us here in Australia, at the time of making this, we're sitting at 83 cents, 2.74% up for the day. Now, I don't think at the moment, myself personally, looking at the charts, looking at the analytics, I don't think we're going to hold support at that level. I think we are going to drop into the 75 cents. Worst case scenario, a 70 cents flat before we begin the bounce back. Now, as I look at this and we look at, the kind of formation that we are in, the kind of thing that we are, the kind of pattern that we're making at the moment, when you look at that and you look at where we're going, ignore the timeline at the bottom. We're not waiting until 2030 for this, but you can see here where we are at the moment. We're still in this particular pattern, and then we got to break out of that pattern before we begin to really move forward. But like I said, at the moment, the way that we're looking at, I believe the supply zone of 75 cents will be the next thing that catapults us. And the graph that I showed you yesterday, right? This particular formation, this kind of pattern that we're making at the moment, that there is critical as far as where we're going at the moment. We do need patience, but that patience will be rewarded and rewarded very, very nicely as we will begin to move into double-digit territory and beyond throughout 2022. Now, as I look at this and, we're zooming out into the future, no one can predict how the future looks as far as, these are predictions. It's not, you never know what's going to happen by January 2026. You just don't know. But on the weekly chart, if this continues to follow this particular pattern and we continue to move in this sort of direction, then that would be kind of by 2026, we would be sitting at $600 per coin. But that there is, it's not the right way to look at things. It's not the right way to to measure things, because no one can predict just exactly what's going to happen within a 4-year period, right? You can make all the assumptions in the world, but I just don't think that that's going to happen at all in that manner. What I do believe though is that we will be breaking out. We'll go into $1.30, consolidate above $1.30, and then we will begin to move into the $2 territory, go all the way up to $3.60, $3.80, consolidate for a little bit, and then move towards a $5.40 to $6 range before we consolidate for a little bit and then move out into the double digits. But for now, once we do find that support level, which I think will be 70, 75, you'll see a massive spike all the way to $1.23, consolidation above $1.30, and then we move forward. As we look at what is to come, and there is a lot to come in 2022. Like I said, there will be some double digits, and it's going to be really, really, really exciting. In the short term though, we're looking for that break. We're looking for that finally now, the move to come. And once we get that move, you're going to start to see the prices move really, 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 really fast. But overall, it has been an absolute pleasure. 622 Crypto Serpent videos throughout 2021 from February 26 until today. So for the very last time in 2021, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you. And I cannot wait to be with you every single step of the way in 2022. Thank you and good night.